loud.
No, no, it's fine.
What? Pardon?
Just my earrings.
Right, guys, we're going to stand. I might turn it down a little bit. I need to turn this up anyway. So we're going to stand up, feet under our hips.
My head down, shoulder side. Take a shoulder roll. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, squeeze it back. And again. So just get a little bit of shoulder mobilization. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and push your fingers to the floor and then circling again. And just do another 2 like that. Go to the reset tonight. Spread your fingers, take a deep breath in, raise your arms up. Interlace the fingers at the top and take a full stretch. Look up towards the sky. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, but lengthen the arms. Take your eye gaze up. Soften through the knees. Tuck your tailbone under. Release your arms, and I want you to hinge from your hips. So back flat, abs on, hinge, 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 and then softly drop down to the spine, landing your fingers to the floor. So bend your knees enough to get your fingers down. Walk your fingers very slightly forward, and then take your body weight into the arms, and bend and extend your legs. Let's wake up the hamstrings. I want you to keep your heels solid on the ground, so all your weight is pushed back into your heels the whole time. So walk your hands back, so there's no pressure on the arms. You're just using them to push and extend and bend the legs. So please, everyone, get your heels to the floor, so you're not doing anything that's bringing your heels away. Then walk your hands back towards your feet, soften through the knees, and roll up through that spine. Chin comes up, roll. 3 times. Okay, so this time we're going down into a squat. So we're going to stick our bottoms behind us, reach our arms forwards. Sink down. Have a look what's going on down here. Weight in heels, toes always elevated, arms reaching forward. And then as we come up, squeeze back, lift up onto your toes. Heels down, squat. Raise back up, squeeze it. Drop. Balance it. So as we drop down into a squat, we're gradually trying to mobilize those shoulders by bringing our arms lining up with our spine. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're not, it's a gradual thing. 3 more. Pretty wonky. Body's completely wonky. Down. Squeeze back. This is our last one. We drop down into our squat, take a breath in, and as we exhale, drop our fingertips to the floor. Take a walk forward, bring ourselves into a plank. So, using the mirrors, it's very handy to use the mirrors. You want to create a straight line running through the body. You want to make sure your bottom's up here, but even more important, your bottom's not down here, and you're doing that. Yeah, it's about tuck the tailbone under. So it's a little tiny tilt in the pelvis. Squeeze your butt, squeeze through your tummy muscles. Just hold your body position there. Option is you can drop to the knees and stay here. And again, use the mirror. Just drop to your knees, don't leave your bottom behind. Hold it, 10 more seconds here. Isolate, breathe. Lengthen out through the spine. Squeeze your kneecaps up towards your hip bones. Scoop the belly in. Okay, we're lifting our hips up, softening the knees and walking our hands all the way back to our feet. Take a long deep breath in and deep bend into a squat. Raise your arms. Inhale, exhale, drop your arms back down to the floor, fingertips on the ground, heels press down, and bend and extend both legs together. Stretch out those hamstrings again. Now, hopefully your weights are at hand reach, so grab them whilst you're here. Give the belly in, roll up. Take your shoulder off. Bring your weights in front of your chest, just to here. So all we're going to do is lift our weights up towards the sky, and and then take a little tricep press behind the head, lifting back up, bringing the weights back down, and then dropping down to a squat. Lift back up, shoulder press your arms up, triceps behind, elbows pulled in towards the head, extend, and then drop back down, squat. So we're just warming up all the muscles of the upper arm. Right, remember your squats. Okay, the most important thing about squats is that you're not putting any weight forward into your knees. Everything goes behind, yeah, deep into the heels. So do 3 more of these. Last one. Hold. Weights to the floor. This time they're coming for a little walk with you. Okay, and then drop your knees down, come into box position. Okay, so we did this a few weeks ago, I think. If not, I'm going to turn to this way quickly. So you're going to take, it's not very nice for a little heavy weight, by the way, but we're going to lift right arm, left leg. And as we bring the knee down to a hover, we swing the arm back with a full extension. So we lengthen away, so feel free to do this without weights, that's absolutely fine. Bring the knee back, hover, kick the leg away, the arm away. So it's not a tricep extension, it's a full range of shoulder movement. And if hovering the left knee doesn't work for you, pop the knee on the ground and just work the arm and then lift the leg up again. Okay, there's your easy option, just drop the knee, squeeze back. So that arm movement, that pull back, is a postural exercise. Postural exercise is again about pulling the shoulders back, lifting your spine and working those little muscles which don't work on a daily basis. Yeah? Wake up and do it. Okay, so we're going to do 4 more. Big, big squeeze, don't rush it, in your own time. Okay, our last one. Lengthen away, and then bring everything back down, pop the knee down, swing that arm back, and then press it without bending the elbow. Nasty little exercise it then becomes. Keep your elbow dead straight, lift it beyond your bottom. 5, don't bend your elbow, the arm dead straight, and then release it down. Pop the weight to the side, drop down to your elbow. Tuck your toes under, abs engaged, scoop the belly in, knee hover. So we're going to lift ourselves up into a dolphin. So this is like a down facing dog on your elbow. So lovely big elevation, lift the hips, squeeze the belly, push your legs as straight as possible, heels to the floor for the stretch. Inhale, bend the knees to a hover, eye gaze forward, straighten the spine. And we lift back up. So all you're doing is rolling off the tips of your toes, dropping your knees to a hover, eye gaze forward, and then lift back up. And again, at any point it's too much, you can drop down, briefly tap your knees to the floor, and then lift your body weight back up again. Three more. Take your time, squeeze and breathe. Last one. Hold your stretch, guys, heels to the floor. Absolutely no pressure in those arms whatsoever. Squeeze the belly, lift your hips. And be careful with the knees. Slide back, take a little 12 pose. So when you're ready, roll yourself back up, grab the weight with the other hand. Let's work on the other side. So back flat, abs on. Let's go. Lift the left arm, the right leg. Pull the knee down, swing the arm all the way back. I think this is going to be difficult in 27 degrees, you know? Not that we'll be good at using weights, but
Everything's difficult with 27 degrees.
but they're drinking wine, so that's all right, right?
I'll throw a straw while I'm doing this. Or...
No, I'm using it as a prop. Great. I mean, I haven't worked out what we're going to do yet because I haven't had time. So
Pilates with wine.
yeah, it's down Lake Park, Vineyard.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Got 50 people coming.
How many would come without the wine?
Most people coming for the wine, definitely. They call it drunk Pilates. That makes me laugh. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. I've had people's husbands come up to me saying, I hear my wife's going to a drunk Pilates class. It's like, it's not drunk Pilates.
Will be, yes.
Now, 1 more big lift up. As we come down, knee comes to the floor. We raise the arm up and we pump that arm. Elbow dead straight. Work the back of the shoulder. Keep it high, not near the floor. 5, 4, lift it higher than your bottom. 2, and 1, release. Elbows to the floor. Take both your legs back. Bring yourself into a plank. Okay, so as you know, we can drop the knees, takes half the load off, makes it half as deep, half as hard, half as hard. Does that make sense? Yep. Half as hard. Otherwise, stay on those toes. Now, look towards me. We're going to turn our feet and then turn and reach the arm up. Now, you can stay here or you can grab your weight and reach the weight up. And we're going to pulse the hips up and down. Your option here is to drop your knee on the floor and work half the load. Okay? Take half the load so you're not going to collapse. 8, 7, 6. Squeeze up through that waistline. Palms to the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Drop down. Take the weight with you. Pass it over to the side. Come onto your front again. Hop. Drop your knees if you need to. Scoop the belly in. Keep that the abs active. It's very important that you keep the control. Don't let any pressure fall into the lower back. Now we're going to turn the other way. Feet turn first. I'm on the edges of my feet. And I'm going to raise the arm up, just holding with the weight. And then I'm going to pulse up and down. Feel free to drop the left knee down to the floor. Feel free to drop the weight. Big lift up through that left underneath side of your waist. 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, get higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, spin it around, hold your plank. Now we want a little bit more of a challenge. You can do little steps, or you can stay on your knees. Just a little squeeze at the back to lift your legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1, and to the floor. Be careful with weights. That's what I'm doing for time. And just a little bit of breathing down here. So more postural exercises. Feet wide, legs pinned to the floor. And I've got my arms in kind of like a C-shaped position. Ideally, I probably have 2 kilos lighter, so I might lose weight. Oh, these are 3 kilo lighter. Okay, so we're going to lift up. So now I've lifted up my chest, I've lifted my elbows, my shoulders all the way from my ears. We're going to reach the right arm. I can't do it with heavy weight. So we're going to reach the right arm, and we're going to reach down towards the thigh, bringing our arm back and dropping it down. Then lift, reach, put it down, back, and drop. Squeeze your lower belly deep into your lower back, so you're supporting your lower back. It's brave with that. Lovely. Okay, so just make sure your hip bones are grounded. Feeling the side of your waist, side flex. Follow your hand. Feel that rotation with side flexion. Squeeze your butt. Push your feet firmly to ground. Activate the legs. All the muscle of the legs needs to be active. One more each side, please. And then just gently release it down. Take a little roll through the hips. Let everything just loosen out. Okay, but your hands, oh no, we're not going to turn over onto our left side. So if you guys want to switch ends to see what's going on, might be just remember to turn to your left side. If you want, you can grab the weight. I look directly at you. So. Okay, we're going to lean onto our buttock, which allows us to put our knees in. So you've got a few options here. If you want to go fully with the weight, not sure about this. You're going to lengthen the legs away, drop down into your shoulder blade, and my arm length is about there. Then I pull up and I reach my heel. Okay, that's the kind of the hardest one we're going to do. You can do that same thing without the weight. Yeah, lots more freedom. Or drop the lower leg and just work the top leg on its own. The middle option is pretty much what you start with, unless you know you're strong enough to take the last option. I don't know what option to do. So first of all, find your place. As you drop down, extend your legs, and then you'll know where your arm goes down here, because you have to adjust it. Auntie's gone already, even though we haven't started. And then lift up and kick away. So we start now.
All right, cheers. I know I'm not looking, don't you?
Yeah. Lovely. So we want to feel that on your obliques. So the where are we? The right side of your obliques, which is this area right there. Okay. If you're not feeling it, you want to try 2 legs. It's quite strong. Go for it.
Balance, yeah. Well, when I feel too wobbly.
That's fine. Don't worry. Now, our knees pull up towards our faces, yeah? That's the best way to describe it. Our thighs are tucking in towards our chin, not heading downwards, they're heading upwards. Richard. 6, lengthen. 5, come on, really physically pull your thighs right in towards your chest, make the most of it. 2, you know where we're going with this. 1, hold. So everyone pull that knee in, or knees. Lengthen the arms to the sky. Pull yourself out of that shoulder. That left shoulder is no pressure in there. Kick your legs up. Reach the weight to the toes. Even if you need to roll a little bit. 5, 4, lift your shoulders off the ground. Right, put your elbow out. Lift, 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 lift. 2, come on. Lovely. Turn to back. Okay, so we're still using weight, but optional as always. Arms above those shoulders. So first of all, we're going to do dead bug, nice classic Pilates exercise. Oh, we're going to do some rolls today, rolling motions. Big fun, isn't it? Now, our dead bugs are going to be same arm to leg. So again, weight's optional. Sometimes it's actually easier with a little bit of weight because it helps balance out body bit. So you're doing tabletop position, back nice and flat, same arm to the leg, kicks away, pulls back in, and then to the other side. We exhale to lengthen, we inhale to draw everything back into the center. That's too much. The option again is there to just tap the heel and reduce the range of your arm. Pull it back in, tap your heel, put it back in. Listen to your body.
Well, you can hear the creaking as well, can you?
You can usually hear trumpets. Yeah. Now, if it goes out, it tilts you a bit. Just making sure it's your absolute getting it. Okay, 8 more, 4 more each side. Breathe. Oh, they're doing it. Oh, some more sides. Now, when you've finished, your arms are going to stay hovered above your shoulders, and then you're going to pop your feet to the floor. Roll your hips up into a bridge. Flatten through your feet, spread your toes, pull your knees very slightly closer in. And we're going to do some flies. Why not, eh? So we open the arms and then bring them back in. So let's wake up the chest muscles. Now this is a big muscle. You can do a lot with this. You don't need light weights necessarily. If you do have light weights, you just feel you go a little bit faster with repetitions. Lift your hips, and let's all lift our heels up and work the calves. Now everybody pull your knees a little bit closer together. We're going to go 8 more in the arms, don't speed it up. Lift it, squeeze your butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lift up. Now the weights are staying up. We're going to drop the heels. Take your feet a little bit wider, open your knees wider. Now we're just wider bridge stance. Lift the hips, and we're going to bend our elbows behind our head, brushing our buttocks to the floor, and exhale, power up with that wide leg position. Inhale, tap down. Exhale, fire it up. And this movement can be done with no weight, or one weight. Reduce it if you need to. So here we're trying to keep our elbows directly above the shoulder, and just the lower arm is moving. Just don't bash yourself in the head. Okay, hold up there. Squeeze your thighs together without closing your feet. Lift your hips, bend your arms halfway, and pump the arms up and down. Come on, let's work up and down. Shock your body, go a little bit faster. 6, 5, squeeze your knees, squeeze them, lift your hips. Last 2, last 1, and then drop your bottom, open your knees wide, open your arms. Let them drop down to a T shape. Because your feet and knees are wide, just let your knees drop over to the right. So now, when I drop my knees over to the right, I've got my right foot by my left knee. I'm going to put it on top and take it to stretch down the side of it. So try and get that left inside of the knee pressed down to the floor. You'll feel your lower back lifted, but try and draw the rib cage back down. The stretch should be across the left hip bone into the abdomen, maybe into the lower back a little bit. Slide the foot off the knee. Roll the knees back, just straight over to the other side. Slow transition. Left foot on right knee, push it down. That just stop. That just literally stop. What? No, stop. So, okay. I felt like it just stopped halfway through. Never mind. Which way are we? This way. Okay, release the foot, roll back into the center. Right, so my right arm is going to stay on the floor. My left arm is going to reach up to the sky. You have to do this with a weight, otherwise you'll fall over. And you can fall over lying down, which is pretty impressive. Now bring your knee, so your right arm, just turn the palm down, so that you'll use it as a little bit of support. So your arms now your support. Lift the knees up to tabletop. We're going the same direction the whole time, okay? So our arms going to the left, our knees are going to the right. They don't touch the floor. My elbow brushes the floor. I pull everything back in, extend, and lift up into a crunch. Then drop the shoulder, open the arm, drop the knee, come back to the center, and extend and reach. Does anybody want a little bit heavier weight? Lovely.
Nobody said it, but
Got a huge queue of volunteers there.
Three, okay?
You feel only.
Drop your feet slightly up with the knees. Have it what everyone does, let their heels drop close to the bottom. Straighten the legs to you. That's lovely. Hard time when someone's doing this. Yeah. Makes it difficult for people to take. Okay, we're going to do this is another one of my favorite exercises. About 4 exercises that I love. This is one of them. It feels good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 4 more of these. Reach. Last 2. One more. Hold those legs straight. Drop your head, drop your arm. These legs, get them as straight as you possibly can. Then dorsiflex. Dorsiflexion means pushing the soles of feet towards the sky. Drop your left leg down, hover, point the toe, lift it back up again, stop to the other side. So what we're trying to do here is prevent our legs from bending, but we know that there's a lot of tight hamstrings going on in this room. If it's easier for you, feeling pressure lower back, go back to tabletop and do a little tap down and lift back in again. 4 more each side. Then when you've done the 4 more, drop your feet to the floor. Bring your feet and knees close together so your thighs are pressed in, and now we're doing the opposite. We did our feet wide, now we're pulling everything close in. Grab a weight. Just one weight. We're going to lift up into a bridge, keep your feet close in, take your arms extended behind, not quite reaching the floor. Then we roll out of our bridge and do a crunch or a half roll up and straight back down. Lift into a bridge, stretch the arms. Feel free to lose the weight if you need to lose the weight. Whoop. And up. So what happens is your feet start to go further away from your bottom. I don't want you to slide them back in. It's more of a challenge to do a bridge with our feet further away. So it makes it smaller, but you'll feel it in your hamstrings a lot more. And as we roll up, you don't need to roll up. You can just do a little crunch here. That's absolutely fine. But as you roll up, you keep a curved spine. Curve, 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 straight back down. So I don't come fully up to the top. And if you did come fully up to the top, I'd make you extend anyway. So just stay in that lovely curve. Keep the tension running the whole time. Oh, I thought to my bridge. Now I think really are running away from my bottom. They're getting further. Is anyone else's further away?
Yep.
Yeah. It makes it harder and harder. I'm practically straight-legged my bridge. Fine. Right, one more, guys. Lift into your bridge. Hold. Doesn't matter your arms, full extension of the knees. Just hold, no matter whether you're bent leg or leg straight. Lengthen those arms. Squeeze up. And then drop your bottom. Lift your arms. Roll all the way up. And just free yourself. 2 seconds. We're going to use the. Tom, please tell us, me. It's disturbing me. We're going to use the weight as for some rotations, okay? I'm very aware that we still have to do the other side. I haven't forgot that today. I'm doing this tonight for wine glass. So it's harder with a... Okay, yeah, I won't be drinking that, unfortunately.
Is that why you're doing that? Just a little
And
shove
take a
everything.
sip.
Yeah,
Bicep curls to the mouth.
sure.
Okay, so take one weight. Lift up. Curve the spine. And you're going to take the weight. See how I'm doing that? What are you doing down there, Tom? Back in. And drop it. So the reason why we're doing one weight is because you're holding the arm out the whole time. If you had another weight in that hand, your shoulders, front of your shoulders is going to completely fatigue. Pull around. If you don't want to do the weight pull round, then you can do it like this. Hold. I haven't worked out whether or not I should do the moving wine glass or the isolated wine glass. What do you think?
No. You need a sippy cup so you don't spill it. I think that's the main.
It's going to be quite amusing. Why not? They do spit it. Right, working. So whilst we're here, make sure you've got a nice soft spine. That you're not. If there's any strain in the lower back, come up. Yeah, come back and reduce your range to there. Okay, 4 more, guys. 2 more each side. Got shoulders doing this. And then come to center, lift up, drop down an inch, and hold, and pulse. 10, 9, come on, 8, 7, you all right, Richard? Yeah? Silence. 3, 2, and lift up, lengthen, and drop your weight down to the side. Catch the feet.
Yeah, I'm good. I couldn't speak as I was breathing.
Catch your feet. Drop your chin to your chest, like we were doing when we were standing earlier on, yeah? We bent our knees, we rolled our bodies down towards our chest, and this time, extend.
Worked out. My arms too short, that's why I can't do it.
You've got that out of you.
I cut my toenails, otherwise it'd be right.
It's nothing to do with my hamstrings.
Mm-hmm.
It's because my arms are too short.
Bend your knees, look forward, and pull your spine into the straight as you can go. Shoulder blades pull back together, shoulders away from those ears. None of this. Lose that tension. And then fold. Oh,
Only the tension's keeping me from taking it back up.
Which says fold, which is naturalist, isn't it?
Huh?
When you say just fold, it's like naturalist. Just fold your wings.
Okay, roll up. Bring yourself down, turn to the right side. Weight is optional, like the other side. You use weight on the other side, you have to use weight on this side. You know me, I feel disturbed if one side works harder than the other. Before you go into your exercise, just practice the leg extension and the drop down so your arms in the right place. And then you know you can grab, you pull the knees in, lift yourself up, and that's your starting position. Shoulders out the ears, and then we lengthen the arm, the legs, we drop, we squeeze. So keep your lower leg on the ground if you need to, like you did earlier. Your chest balancing on that buttock, what's that? Your shoulder.
Let's do it in the shoulder.
Just do your. Although you should be really light that shoulder, that shouldn't do anything. Look, I mean, I have to practice it like that, right?
Yeah, that's what she got stomach muscles.
Come on, pull it, pull it.
Oh, no.
Pull those knees in. Stay down low, pull those knees in. Don't even lift up, stay down. Okay. In, and then kick the other way. Use those left side of your abdomen, please. Right, 4 more. Sorry, it's a bit distracted. Now we've got the exciting exciting bit. We all pull the knee or the knees in, we tuck in, we hold, we take a breath. We take the legs to the sky, the arms up, and we reach. And we squeeze. Don't put any pressure on that shoulder, chest elevated. 5, 4, reach. 2, come on. Down. Sit yourselves up. Lean back into your hands. Fingers pointing away. Point the toes, lift up. Now, option. Here. Option. Here.
Which one's harder?
The first one. I always choose the easier one.
Boxing one I find really hard.
Well, that one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like thin. Just can't get up.
No, I can't either. I agree with
Do it
Mario.
on the fists.
Do the one that you find hardest.
I think they don't get any
Okay.
higher by going.
Yeah.
They
Right,
keep-
let's drop down and come out of it. A second. And then left ankle over right knee, and then stretch your buttocks. Okay, so you know that I'm rubbish at this one because we've got really tight hips. So ideally, your back is flat, shoulders pull back, chest elevated, buttocks firm on the ground. Open the left knee, push your chest towards the thigh. So my arms do a lot of strength work to hold myself. Added total,
Yeah.
as
You
always.
can clap if you want.
Feel that, Richard?
Oh, yes.
Good. Lift a bit taller, push your chest a little bit closer.
Left buttock, yeah.
Now we're going over to the right, foot hits the ground. Slide your bottom by that heel. So your buttocks are sitting firmly on the ground. If that doesn't work for you, take your right leg straight out. Wrap your right arm around, left hand to the base of the spine, and lift up tall and twist over your left shoulder. All right, yeah, just straighten my leg. Yeah. I'm not going to look in the mirror, it's confusing. So we want to have both buttocks firmly on the ground. Push them down, then pull the thigh in without lifting up the buttocks.
I was watching Tom and I thought, why is his leg like bent? That's why I couldn't do it. And that's why I could.
Because his hips are really open. Which is really unusual for a man.
Right, child bearing upset on.
Yeah, I'll take that out.
I like what pain flex.
Open the arm and go even deeper. So palms towards the mirror. If you want more, straighten the leg, but please don't do that if you come to this position. Stay elevated. Push it across the opposite thigh. Lift up tall. 5, 4, 3, 2. Turn your fingers in. Legs straight, legs bent, or don't lift your bottom at all. So your wrist position is completely different. Chest up, out with shoulders. Get as high as you can. Easier to do this should be, Mr. Marion.
I'll do fists.
Yeah.
Because it hurts my wrists.
Oh, Rich, I missed you. Lift up, lift up, lift up.
It's just easier fisting.
This is enough wine in the book.
And drop it down. Lovely. Okay, so right ankle over left knee. Slide your foot in, or move your bottom closer. Walk your hands in, lift your chest. Imagine you've got that flat back. Clearly, I can't do it. Ooh. Well, that went quickly today. How much fun must we have had?
Yeah, that's all.
So just make sure you keep lifting up taller. The more you push your chest towards the thighs, the more that right buttock will stretch. And go for a slide over, drop down. To remove that leg if you need to, or park your bottom behind the heel. You do it with the one side actually. Wrap the left arm around, right hand to face the spine, lift up tall and twist over your right shoulder. So the most important part about this stretch is that you're you've got to be as high as you can in the spine, and then you just pivot around on the spot. If you're leaning back, it becomes a bit pointless. You've got to be elevated and tall, which is the beauty of having mirrors, although these mirrors are vile. But, come
They
back.
make me look much fatter.
They make you look wider, yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got another shower that came back. She wants to be single.
They honestly, they gain about 6 pounds on your body, which is not good for a studio, right?
Well, at least they're not lying to you and making you look 6 pounds lighter.
That helps, yeah. Okay, take the arm. If you wish, grab the leg. Come on. Only if you can keep that spine. Just breathe in through the nose out. I haven't even given you breathing cues today at all. I apologise.
Didn't like to say.
Yeah, we've not breathed for 3/4 of an hour now.
And then bend the knee. Bring yourself back into the centre of your mat. Bring yourself to a comfortable place. Lift up tall. So you're lifting up
You
tall.
said it, yeah, this is it. This is my comfortable place, isn't it?
Open your arms. Inhale, raise your arms up. Interlace the fingers, and how we started standing, we'll end. We'll lift up, stretch up. And then as you exhale, put your hands down, step it back, step it flat. Don't mind having your face in my butt.
Yeah, welcome.
You must be good together.